It's D-Day here in Edo State, Nigeria. Of course, we are not here in Edo State, but it's D-Day in Edo State, where the people of Edo State, about 2.8 million people, will be going to the polls to elect their new governor. About 2,200,000 persons are registered to vote in that state, and they'll be voting on behalf of the people of Edo State. Three major political parties are having their candidates on the ground. Of course, 8 in total, but out of that 8, 3 are the leading candidates. The people have already begun to vote, and yes, before the end of the day, hopefully, if everything goes well, there should be a new leader for the Edo people. My name is Shegun Odwani, and I have two amazing guests with me here with us on Edo Decides. Before we go into the analysis proper, I think it's important for us to go on a break and allow you guys have a feel of what is really going down there in Edo State. Our men are on ground covering the elections, and we have some visuals for you. Don't go anywhere, please. All right, you can see for yourself what is indeed happening there in Edo State. Just saying that the people are, getting ready to perform their rights and exercise their franchise. 35,000 policemen have been sent to Edo State to make it peaceful. An additional 8,000 security agents have been sent there to ensure that all is well. We do not want violence. I mean, that's the most important thing. No election at all is worth the blood of any human being. It's not worth it, because at the end of the day, the families of this person are the ones who will be remembering after the election is done and dusted. Like I said earlier, I have two amazing guests with me here in the studio, and together we'll be analyzing, dissecting, looking at it from various angles, and of course giving you the facts about that election right here. I have to my left Daniel Anyotoye, donning the 50th anniversary cap of this lovely organization of ours, The Punch. Welcome on board. It's D-Day.
Thank you.
And to my right, I have, him, of course, you know both of them, Mr. Adekunle Aliu, working assiduously upstairs to ensure that the right things are being posted on our platform. But he's here in the studio with us to give us the correct analysis as well. So, three major guys. Asoyi Godale of the PDP, Senator Monday Okpebolo of the APC, and Mr. Olumide Akpata, ex-NBA president and candidate of the Labour Party.
Yes,
It's D-Day. The people have started voting. We saw the candidate of the PDP, Mr. Ighodalo, a couple of minutes ago saying some men in some security officials in Uromi were working for the APC. They were being partisan, and he was really raising his voice. He's naturally a cool guy, but he was really raising his voice in that interview. I mean, we wanted peace. What's going on so fast?
Anything can happen, but say what, but this is what is happening now. We are voting, so anybody can say anything. What we are talking about, whatever you're going to say, back it with facts. Go to court after now. But today's election must go on. Whatever happens, INEC must count the election. The people's vote must be counted for, must be free and fair. And even if it's not free and fair, get your facts and figures. Don't raise tension. Don't say things that will cause problem for other people. Just get your fact and figure and go to court. There is always room for remedy. Whatever he's saying is too early, but agreed, he will get his report. He will get his stories from all polling units and words. But again, get facts. Because without facts, your statement is just your statement.
I think I should come to Daniel. Earlier, our correspondents in Benin sent pictures of core members, INEC staff, of course, they are part-time INEC staff today, sitting down and saying, no pay, no election, they've not paid them at the RAC center. This is not the first time. We saw it, in fact, covering elections generally, I've seen this many times. you know they stop. Why there's no end to this behavior?
I think I like that word. You know they stop. Well, that's just reality. That's just the reality and the situation we have found ourselves over and over again. We have gone through the election periods and processes in Nigeria. And we always have some issues within those election period. Now, but the problem I have is that we don't learn. We don't learn from our mistakes. We don't learn from whatsoever thing has happened in the past to correct the future. Here we have the situation, like you mentioned, something that is avoidable even before they left center where they were dispatched to go and conduct this election. So this again brings out the worries, and just imagine the situation where you now have such workers of INEC laying such complaints. If you have somebody that is going to buy this person's off, which is my worry, my concern, then definitely you will have the situation of vote buying and all that's happening, which of course we can't rule that out in this election. We have had elections several times within the country, and of course let's not forget the fact that this election is unique, and unique in the sense that it's an off-cycle election, and the concentration of everybody, all the states, so on EDO, and of course the election happening there. So definitely we should also be concerned that this thing is happening in that state. But we should also look for a measure to address them. And that is where I always say the government comes in, and whosoever is involved comes in, whosoever is in the position of authority that is supposed to ensure that these persons earn their pay. But again, will they be paid right there? That's another.
I mean, there should have been an understanding.
You were saying something about the NYC guys not being paid.
Yes.
Now, do we continue like this? Now, some may have been paid. Like I also read that some security officials too were also protesting that some of them have been paid, some of them have not been paid.
That is also a norm.
It's a norm. So also your sacrifices also should be greater than this election. You're going to be paid eventually. I know how government operates in some cases. You have to do this election for the people, for the safety of Nigeria.
If they are protesting, and like I said, Anambra 2021, same similar issue, yes. Ekiti,
similar issue.
Osun, even general election, we cover the Lagos,
so
same thing.
You see, sometimes people are asked to do registration in a way, and they don't do it the way they should, so they will have issues in terms of being paid. Now, there are a lot of nitty-gritty that goes into getting your ad hoc staff. You go through training, you go through registration, there's so many things that are underneath that we don't want to talk about it here. But having said that, if you don't follow the process appropriately, you will also not get the money appropriately. So your name may be missing, something may be missing.
Why don't they inform them appropriately?
Because all those
and let them know, okay, this is the situation. This, and carry them along.
So that is where we are saying we should learn to improve things yearly and every time we do this election. So from your last mistake, what did we do wrong? We need to better it. So you better it, you do more. But again, if it keep occurring now, tells us that look, we are not serious people. But having said that, I know also that look, there's some skirmishes. No, we've done some of these things and we've seen the problem there. When you say you want 6 people from this ward, you want 10 people from this, and people that are filing in their brothers and sisters and so on who are not qualified. So you get to put your qualification and they remove your name somewhere. You now come to protest on that day. You may have gone through training. You may have gone through all the hard teaching. But on that day, you discover that your name is not there. You now begin to get angry and begin to protest. Reasons, there are reasons.
No. But I would beg to disagree with that because procedures is procedure.
That's what we're saying.
When there is a procedure in place, you as the person or the people or the agent of authority should also know that when you put up a procedure, you don't engage people who do not meet this procedure. How did these people get to there?
So that is the learning process we are saying. That look,
how did they get to the polling booths?
Well, obviously,
let me say something.
I think these guys are working for them because they have the
materials. Engaged them.
They have the materials, the pictures.
So no saying
they have the materials, they have the polling unit, they have the polling materials, they them already. Then that's
I hope our producer,
that is where INEC too should look at themselves and say, what are we doing that we're not? Why is this like this? If you're paying one, pay all. If they're officially on your list, pay them.
We are used to forgetting what happened.
No, we are not used to forgetting. We are not used to repairing. We don't forget.
If they don't forget.
We don't forget. We don't repair. We don't forget. That's why we are calling it back and back. Fortify the system so that these things doesn't repeat itself again. But you discover that it's repeating itself, and that is because it will happen again. So fortify the system. Get it right. You're paying 10, pay everybody.
I have seen this happen.
Yeah.
I have witnessed this happen. today I'm not there, but I'm seeing it happen again.
It's unfortunate.
The next election is in Ondo in November.
Yes.
There's a possibility what is happening in Edo.
See, this ad hoc staff thing is big. Now it's big business also.
According to some of these guys that I have interviewed,
some of them also pay.
They say they steal their monies. They said because when to guys that some of these ad hoc staff, ad hoc members of staff that I have spoken with, they said okay. They send the money to Mr. A. Mr. A says go for the election when you come back.
So why are they not being paid directly? What is the problem? So that's why I'm saying it's the same system. That's why I said it's the same. We only just don't remedy the problem. The other day they were saying the INEC was saying those who are going to convey the materials from the CBN in Benin to the rural area have increased their money. So you have all these issues. You have so perfect it. The next one you're going to do, make it perfect. That look, anybody there's an ad hoc staff, here's what you're going to earn. Put it there and pay them that right amount. But you see, there are some intermediate. That's why I say we don't forget. We just don't remedy, and that's where I have issues with those. Correct things. Don't let them repeat themselves.
There's supposed to be a budget for this.
There's budget. There's definitely a budget. There's the money has been allotted to somebody. Now you see, the person is going to pay Mr. A. Mr. A is going to pay Mr. B. Mr. B is going to pay Mr. C. Mr. C is going to pay Mr. D.
Which is wrong.
Which is also wrong. So why can't I look? INEC is the one engaging them. So sort them out on one central system.
All right. We can also hope that something is done about this problem, because time and again we've seen ad hoc members of staff for the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) come out on election morning to say they are protesting, and every day they eventually leave. Who knows if it's by threatening or by force or by what other means? They eventually leave and go about their jobs. But if these core members now get to the polling unit, and then members of certain political parties come and say, where's the boss here? Take so amount for your boys. Won't they compromise the election? These are serious questions. But very quickly, we move on to what is happening on ground in Edo State. In the wee hours of this morning, some persons were caught. There's a picture of a man, according to the police, wearing wearing the clothes, donning the attire of a certain political party. They said he had guns with him. The police released pictures with him. And, he was caught, and they said he was ready to destroy and disrupt the election in that part of the state, in Benin, to be precise. These pictures are all over the places. Police have posted about him. Of course, the media has also taken up that matter. I think I have to start with you now, Mr. Aliu. Election, it wasn't even election time yet. Some persons are probably still sleeping. And some dangerous men were already looking for how to, disrupt the election.
You don't think when you actually back. This is the way we run election in this part of the world. There has always been tug and tuggery. So having said that, yesterday, Mr. Johnson's husband, they said, was Romi. So there was an attempt on his life. So those are the things we are talking about. Those are the things we need to take away from our politics. But again, it happens. It has been happening. And don't say it won't happen in future. Even in the US, there's an attempt on President Trump's life. So, but again, there are people who are aggrieved. Why are you aggrieved? If this is not, we shouldn't know election is worth the blood of anybody.
At all.
So it's wrong for anybody to be thinking that is the way to go to solve the problem. You won't solve it by that. We can't solve election by violence on election day or pre-election. Taking lives will not solve election. And I think kudos to the police for being able to apprehend these ones. Maybe to serve as a deterrent for others as we go through today. That, okay, look, the police are, I think, they mean business. Because there's a lot of heavy security in that state. And for that, I was telling you that, I said, look, that security is needed. The state should be happy they're having that security. So for defense, for protection, it's needed. But again, they shouldn't use it to...
I think I should come to you now.
Turn election to their...
As of now, they've got vote buyers, representatives of various political parties. Somebody has been caught in Ego local government. And they just whisked the guy away. Of course, security agents whisked him away. He was with money, and like Mr. Ali said, the usual. Nigerian election, you can practically sit down somewhere in America and be saying this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, this will likely happen. And we've seen like about 3 or 4 things now that have happened. Somebody was with a bag of money trying to do the usual, and he has been caught.
Yes, of course. This is not the first
Different
time.
elections, same
Well, yes, we have always seen that, and this is what happens when the government and in power. I'm always emphasizing the government. Will weaponize poverty, which is what we have seen in our own country, our dear country, which is a very pity situation and a worrisome one. And of course, they know that there is hunger in the land. They know that people who would want to vote, they are seriously facing hardship. And so the next thing, of course, you would expect is that they feel that when you bring this money, give to them, they will vote for their people. And I am not.
Does it work?
I'm not going to
Does vote
isolate.
buying work?
Yeah, of course, at a point it works. It works to some certain level.
But why does vote buying work? Why should I get paid to vote for candidate A and I don't just know in my head that if this candidate A should win, isn't it going to say he has paid me off?
It has become the norms. It has become the system. If I am going to, or whosoever person that are voting, you will even see some situation whereby if the political party or a particular candidate not bring money to a certain polling unit, you will see voters asking them, but why you not bring money? We only vote for the person that brings money. And they will be asking the agents. They will be asking the agents, come, is there anything for us so that we can vote your person? You will see this negotiation between the voters and even the party agent. So it has become, and this again is because poverty has been weaponized. There is hardship in the land. If people have that resources and there is no hardship as the way we have in the country, if people have the fund to live their life to get what they want, we won't be having this. So for us to end vote buying and vote selling is for people to be able to live a convenient life. You understand? And that is what will happen. If you have a candidate, a voter in a particular voting unit, and that voter has not eaten from in the morning, came out to that point, to that voting unit to vote, and he's standing right on the queue with hunger. And you see somebody comes and gives him or her 5,000 naira, that come, vote for my candidate. This is 5,000 naira. Tell me, what will happen? He or she, especially persons without conscience, would first say, man, let me settle my stomach and be able to, whosoever, even if we vote for the right person, do we know that will happen? They will still steal our money. Let's Sukuma collect our share. And that is what is happening. And go. But they forget that you are collecting your share, you will not be able to have that conscience to hold the person accountable when the person gets to government. Because of course your conscience will be telling you that you have collected your share when you wanted to vote for him. So allow him to steal whatever thing he wants to steal there. And that is the reason why most of these political class candidates, when they get into office, they win the election, they go there to steal because they may have spent a lot, invested a lot. So it has during the election, it has become a business to them. They can invest money into it and they expect to get this money from it. Don't also forget that they also have persons, partners who have invested, shareholders who have invested in them becoming whatever governor, getting into that position. And at the end of the day, these persons want to get something from them. So vote buying, everything is networked, connected in the process of business into this election.
But let me say something. Vote buying is also can be money and not money.
Yes, of course.
So what do I mean by that?
But now,
every campaign you see is about me trying to encourage you to come and vote for me.
Okay.
So it's a way I am trying to buy your vote. I am trying to buy you to vote for me.
But for reason of this show,
why we're saying incentivizing vote when you put money on vote is what is wrong. But again, we are in a system whereby yes, I have to make you vote for me. It counts. Now he's using money to buy vote that I don't like. Okay,
so you support incentivization.
In my campaign, I am campaigning you, I'm talking to you, I'm wanting you to vote for me. It's like I'm trying to to sell myself to you.
What type do you
see? Even in the US, they do this thing in one way or the other. They give things, they give commerce,
We saw Rishi Sunak, participating in.
So you do community service, you are trying to buy people to vote for you.
But our own vote buying here is 10K for your vote.
Yeah, it's because, like he said, we have somehow weaponized poverty, or we have somehow seen vote in as a thing to trade. Too many people believe that, look, they don't benefit anything from government, and it's a lie. I would rather say either you're greedy or you don't understand what it is to vote. It is your right to cast your vote. I haven't said that again. Would you sell your conscience? So the man is buying your conscience. What we're saying is that don't sell your conscience. Vote for the right person. And who is right to you might not be right to me.
I agree.
So at some point I may not have a candidate. If you bring your money and you want me to vote, that's what I shouldn't do, because it is dehumanizing. It is wrong. And the world is saying this style is wrong. Right. We can campaign and we win. Right. And we win by heart.
I think I would love to also chip something in there. I think the best way to solve this issue is to ensure that we do everything possible to make sure that those positions becomes less attractive monetarily. Because if that position is less attractive, somebody cannot steal funds.
Can I say something?
Easily, I would
because I discovered that every position in this country, every post, even in the local government, even in some clubs, is lucrative. That it don't say government, it's not about government.
That's what I'm saying.
IYC,
if we don't make it attractive,
IYC was a bloody election of recent. You know what happened?
Yes.
What are they looking for in IYC?
They are not politicians.
They are not politicians. The same thing go to the universities in undergraduate days when we're doing our own election.
Yes.
You know what transpired. So you see how we have been able to do our things. It's not about making it lucrative or not. It's about morals. It's about integrity.
No.
It's about having conscience. Because see, if I bring money to you and you have conscience and you have moral, you will tell me, Mr. Man, you're doing the wrong thing. Go away with your money. So where is our morality? Where is our integrity? Where is our conscience as a people in this kind of battle?
He said that, like, both of you have.
It's not about incentive. It's about we, the people. Are we ready to say, no, we want to stop this? Don't bring money. That's why you see the EFCC is going there. Is going there to say they want to stop vote buying. The police also there. Everybody's there. It's because now we are saying Otoge is enough. No more vote buying. The politicians too should wear that token and say, we are also not going to give you money. We may give you rice, though. We may give you beans, though. But again, even if they give you, don't sell your conscience. Vote the right person, and the right person is for you. Is different for Mr. A. Is different for Mr. B.
Okay,
but let the vote count.
If the person's right person is now offering money?
If the right person now offering money, whoa, that's another question. But again, you tell the right person, Mr. Man, you're not supposed to do this. I have morals and I have integrity, and I don't want your money. No. What I'm saying is that as a people, we do agree. We have agreed that vote buying is wrong.
If people does not have one voice, so do that agree.
No. Can't you understand what I'm saying?
Everybody's right person is different on this subject matter too. Everybody's opinion on collecting money can also be different.
So that's what we know. Generally now, the laws of the land says vote buying is wrong. Vote selling is also wrong. Not only vote buying, because there are some people who want to really sell their vote. They are ready. They are looking for money. That's why you see you get, hey, go one. You didn't bring money. There's somebody come and ask you because he has made up his mind. Look, I'm going to sell my vote. So when we're saying that you that want to sell is wrong, you that is going to buy is wrong. So it's a crime now. So it's a collective. It's constitutional. It's illegal. So we all know that this is wrong. So since we all know that this is wrong, we all go there and say no to it. So let us build our morals. Let us tell our children. Let's tell our older ones that look, it's all okay. No more. If we have morality, nobody will sell. It's because we are lacking morals. A lot of us in the country, we are lacking integrity, and because we lack it, even the old ones, because we lack it, we let these things remain.
All right, very quickly, we have to move on. Lots of talking points already. I mean, we've not even got into the old gist here because it's going to be a very long day here, and we are going to be here giving you updates in our various sessions. This is just the morning session. The afternoon session will come later on, and then the deep afternoon session will come in later on. All right. My producer was just telling me a couple of minutes ago that the candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Olumide Akpata, had just gone to his own polling unit to exercise his franchise as a voter in that election. Just yesterday, Mr. Olumide Akpata was equally saying that the support of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the last Nigerian election, Mr. Peter Obi, was worth the weight of gold. Now, I think we should start with Daniel this time around. We all knew what happened last election. He was supposed to be the underdog. He was supposed to be the guy without the money. He was supposed to be the guy without the political big bags falling up. But the youths lifted him up as their candidate. The youths in quotes, because this was the candidate of the youths. And the election results surprised everybody. I'm so sure Mr. Peter Obi himself must have felt, wow, this guy said it. And they went to the election polling units And they did it because he got 6 million plus votes with controversies of some of his results. I mean, like I said, controversies of some of his votes are upturned, and with some controversies, we saw what happened in Lagos. He won Lagos. He came third, but the third was his difference between himself and the man that came second was not what was expected in the political space. Now, Edo State was one of the 12 states that he won. He won the same number of states that the sitting president won. 12 tells you that this guy is indeed a big guy. Edo State is one of the states that Labour Party did win last election. And Akpata is coming out to say that his endorsement, the endorsement of Peter Obi, is worth the weight of gold. Do you think it's golden? Do you think that's really serious? Do you think it's as big as it is, or election is local?
I think what happened with Peter Obi was, of course, it's a kind of a movement. There was already.
You think that movement will work for Linda Pata today?
I'm coming there. Okay. You see that movement. There was already an agitation on ground.
Yeah.
People want a kind of a change of government, a change in the narrative of having this set of persons that have been in the system for a very long time. So that agitation, even as at May 2022, thereabout, they adopted Peter Obi. Now, it was a kind of a movement. But this scenario now that we have now is the fact that, yes, what is the situation in Edo?
Yeah.
What is the people? What is the challenges? We know across the country, Nigeria, everybody is facing hardship and all that. Now, but the system, the political landscape of Edo has a kind of way of managing some of these things. Look at where we have a situation where the former deputy governor, Philip Shuaibu, of course, had to pitch tent with, of course, pitch tent with the APC, and we have the sitting senator Adam Oshomole, of course, with the APC. Then we also have
do you think the Peter Obi effect will positively affect Olumide Apata today?
Yes, I think to some extent, but may not be. It may also, of course, from my own viewpoint, it may come also third in this election.
You think it's coming?
Oh, you've already said it's going to come third. Well, the Peter Obi, he may affect, he may not. It depends on the Edo people.
Do you think it will affect? Because that's supposed to be the base of the Labour Party.
This thing is dicey. I can't say. I can't. Don't let me be.
The APC won just one senatorial district last.
You know why?
Edo North.
So, if you look at this critically, the Edo people are the one that will decide. Whatever we say, won't.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think?
I don't think it will make any effect.
Right.
I don't think so.
All right. The first session, the morning session, is coming to an end now. It's coming to a close. I've had a very interesting time in here with our guests, coming up like hot water and giving interesting analysis about the election that is ongoing in Edo State. The most important thing is that there is peace in Edo State. No life of any Nigerian, even if you are a non-Nigerian in Nigeria, no life is meant to be lost. Not even the life of a goat or a sheep, because Nigerians are going to the polls, because Edo people are going to the polls. It's supposed to be a seamless affair. Just go to your polling unit. One of the leaders of the Nigerian police, Mr. Frank Uba, was saying yesterday, you cast your vote and then you go home. Some persons, leaders in the area, may not want to go home. They may just want to be there and finish the counting. And then the process is electronic. It continues from there. Just go in, pick up your PVC, go to your polling unit, cast your vote, probably with your friends and family, and let it be seamless. All these pressures here and there, people that want to buy votes, vote buyers are being caught, guys with guns and all that in political jerseys. There's no need for any of that. Just go to your polling unit,
cast your vote, and go home.
And watch if your man will win at the end of the day. All right, it's time for us to go. The morning session here on Edo elections, Edo polls, Edo watch is coming to an end. It's coming to a close. A very big thank you to guys watching us wherever you're watching us from. Like I always say, you guys are the king. You are the reason why we are here. If you're not there, we definitely will be on this side of the table. All right, guys. My colleagues will be back here in the afternoon for the afternoon session. Also with updates that will be trending at that particular point in time. What is trending now is that people are casting their votes. Two top candidates have voted already, the PDP candidate and Labour Party candidate. Hopefully very soon the APC guy and the other guys will also cast their votes. On behalf of everybody here, my name is Shegoda. I say have yourselves a fantastic morning. We'll be back in the afternoon for the afternoon session. God bless you.